Welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to be showing you how to replace the oil on a 2006 Chevy Cobalt. It's a 2.2 liter engine. I believe it'd be the same for all of these Cobalts with the same engine. And what you will need, of course, is oil. This takes the 5W30 and it takes 5 quarts. I also got another, well, I got 2 more quarts, but you won't need more than part of the next quart, because it will take slightly more just to top it off. And you will also need I believe it is a 15 mil. I just used having 3/8 drive with a 15 mil. And also for taking the filter out, it will be a 1 1/4 inch, because the filter is right up on top there. You can see some of that different type of filter. And so I'll also be using just some safety glasses, just so you don't get splashed from underneath. And of course the filter is about 10 bucks. Went with K&N, and also paper towels will probably get splashed. And you'll need a container to put the oil into. So, yep. First of all, you probably want to take the oil filler cap off. And next, you will want to take that 15 mil ratchet and go underneath with the oil pan here. And that right there is the plug for the oil pan. So all you need to do, loosen it off. A little bit tight. Once you've got it loosened, you should be able to take it out by hand. And you will want to stay out of the way for this, because it can squirt quite a long ways. There, so you take the plug out, just let it drain there for a little bit. Once it's done draining, you can put the plug back in. Make sure it's nice and tight. And also, while you're waiting for the oil to drain, you can take out the filter. So you will need this 1 1/4 inch socket. I went with just a 1/2 inch drive with about a 10 inch, I believe it's a 10 inch extension to be able to easily reach it. So basically just loosen this off, just like that. And you should be able to take it out with your hand now. Just like that. And then of course replace it with the new one. So that's the new one, that's the old one. You can tell it's very used, very old. So yeah, you can see the oil is basically done running out. So I will be going back under the vehicle and putting the plug back in. So yeah, you can see there, it's basically done draining. Doesn't matter if you put it back in at this point, so yeah, just plug it back in. And then just make sure that it is just nicely tightened down. Just like that. And I also like to spray it down with some brake cleaner and wipe it down so that it will not, you'll be able to see if it's, if there's any leaks or not. So yeah, we'll be done under the vehicle, and you can lower it back down and then put the filter in and add the oil. Also, I like to just put the old filter once you've taken it out. You can also just put it into the oil pan. I just put it in the oil pan just to be able to drain and let it just drain the rest of the way out. So yeah. Another thing, the new oil filter also comes with one of these O-rings in the box, and that is for right there. You can see right there's a little O-ring in there. It's good to replace it whenever you replace the filter. So basically just take a pick like something like this and you should be able to get it out. Should be able to pop it out of there. Just like that. And just pull it right off there. And yes, of course, replace it with a new one. You can oil it up a little bit with some of the old oil. And then just put it all the way back down right on there. Next, you will want to pop the filter right in there, and it will snap into place just like that. It's in there now. And then of course you can go back and screw it in there just like that, and you can hand tighten it. Well, you do use a ratchet, but do not get it tight. You just want to barely snug it up. Just to nicely seal it up there. And these ones actually will stop. Regular, those other type of filters that you screw on you can over tighten them. So yeah, these just tighten up till it's completely snug there, and then just stop. Now of course, once you've got the car loaded back down, it's time to add the oil. So funnel makes life a lot easier. Just put a funnel in there, make sure you won't spill, and then so we know it takes at least 5 quarts. You can just add the whole larger jug right away. And now put the whole 5 quarts in. It is safe to start the car up, and you need to run it for just a couple minutes. Make sure that it's run good, and then just switch it off and check the oil. You always want to check the oil once it's stopped, once the engine is off, and it may take a couple minutes for everything to run down and all that, because if you check it right away, it might show something weird on the dipstick, so you want to make sure it's reading correctly. So Now you can start the engine and run it for a couple minutes. So yeah, you'll just want to let it run for a couple minutes, make sure it's warmed up, make sure all the oil has, it's flowing good and all that, and then you'll want to switch it off, and then you'll want to check the oil on the dipstick and then add more oil if it needs it. Now you'll want to check the oil on the dipstick, and the dipstick is of course right down here. And you'll want to wipe it off and then stick it right back in and then check it this time. So you can tell there's oil all over the dipstick, so that is what I was saying. You will need to, on some cars, you'll need to wait at least a couple minutes to check it because it may not show correctly right after it's been running. So in this case, you'll have to wait a couple minutes, let it all the oil settle down, and then check the oil again. And also, I do recommend rechecking the filter to make sure it's nice and tight, and also the drain plug on the oil pan. So while it's while I'm waiting to let the oil settle down, that's one thing you can do. So yeah, so now we've let it sit a few minutes, should be able to check the oil. So of course you pull out the dipstick and wipe it off, or else it may not read correctly. Put it back in and then check it. I don't know if you can see there, but it's minimum and maximum and is directly below maximum. So that means that it's good and the oil change is complete. So thanks for watching the video, and like, comment, subscribe. Comment if you want to see more videos like this, and I'll catch you on the next one.